fact, namely that antidepressants often do not do what they promise and are in fact causing harm to many.
Dr. Steve Hotze is suing over Obamacare's employer mandate.
It's time for a wellness revolution. Brought to you by Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Honest discussion on maintaining health and wellness naturally to enjoy a better quality of life.
He's the doctor fighting to let you keep your doctor.
Now, Dr. Stephen Hotze.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today at Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. This is Stacy Banfield here with Dr. Stephen Hotze, who is the founder of the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And we are live and so happy to be here. I know that we were preempted for a little while with all of the very, very necessary alerts and updates that were needed out there for everybody during Hurricane Harvey and all the after effects from that. We are live today and we are on Facebook Live. So you can go to Facebook, type in Hotze Health. That's Hotze Health. You can watch the show live. You can also call in. We're at 713-212-5950. That's 713-212-5950. And we just discovered, now we've been on podcasts for a little while, but I was just informed that we have one very, very convenient website where you can go look at all the podcasts for Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. That's hotzepodcast.com. That's H-O-T.
That's an original name.
Isn't it original? That's catchy.
Catchy.
hotzepodcast.com. H-O-T-Z-E podcast.com. So
you want to spell
check it
podcast
out.
for them? P-O-D-C-A-S-T, podcast.
All right. Well, we can do that. You just did that. Thank you. Thank you for your assistance. And here's Dr. Stephen Hotze. So glad to be here with you today, Dr.
Glad
Hotze.
to be back in the saddle.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you. Hey, Euston, I got some great news. I've got good news. Listen up. You've been feeling down in your beer here for the last week or so. Everybody's gloomy and gloomy because of the rain that we had on Hurricane Harvey. Somebody said, I heard a weather announcer said, well, at least the drought's over. So that's one way to look at it.
We don't have to worry about that for a while.
We've got no drought here in Houston.
We're good.
But even better news than that. This is really great news. 95% of the people in Euston, their homes had no water damage. 95%. And so 95% of you that I'm talking to can thank God that your home wasn't damaged. Now, that means 5% of the people's homes were damaged. But guess what? There's 95% of us who weren't damaged. Everything's okay. 95% of us ought to be able to help the little 5% who've had problems and throw in. And we don't need to wait on the federal government to roll in tanks and to help people clean out their homes. In Houston and in Texas, we take independent action. We have volunteerism. We don't depend upon the government to take care of us. If we waited for the government to take care of these 5% of the people, they'd be in desperate shape for years. But many of you have already gone out to your neighbors' homes. You've cleaned them up. You pulled out the carpet. You've scraped up, thrown out the old furniture, cut up the sheetrock, and you're getting them back in shape. I know some people have already plastered their homes and repainted the inside. So that's one thing about Houstonians. And what I want to focus you on one word today: resilience. You know what the word resilience means? It's the ability or the capacity to overcome obstacles, to bounce back, to make things happen when you hit hard times, to make things happen. You're flexible. And that's what Houstonians are and Texans are. We're resilient. We don't have a socialist mentality. We want the government to come help us, come help clean our houses. We don't know what to do. No, we go like, we're going to dig in. You need some help, neighbor? I'm here to help you. Now, I know the producer of our show, James Fogarty, happens to live over in the Bel Air area, Cypress area. And on his street, he had some homes flood. His home didn't flood. So guess what happened? They had a neighborhood party. At his home, everybody moved into the Fogarty's home and enjoyed themselves for 3 or 4 days. And then when the water receded, everybody jumped in and they tore up all the old rugs and got all the old junk out and started to repair the walls and put things back together again. They didn't wait on the state government or the city government. My gosh, if we waited on the government to do it, my friends, it'd never get fixed. You know that. That's why I have a great guest on our program today, Dr. Edwin Young. who's the senior pastor of Second Baptist Church. He's going to be coming on in the second segment. And let me tell you what, you're not going to find a more optimistic man in the whole city than Dr. Ed Young. What they've done at Second Baptist Church is simply remarkable. There's 78,000 members that belong to Second Baptist at 6 campuses across the city. And Dr. Young last week with his wonderful staff, Lee Maxey, Dave Dixon, Lisa Milne, Angel Tejada, Tony Richmond, and all the others from all across the city came together and said, let's make plans to put this city back together. When everything starts to recede, let's get out. And they have organized 15,000 volunteers at the 6 campuses. They are ready to help you. If you're having a problem, go to second.org. They have work crews that will come out and help you clean out your house. They're glad to do it. They're resilient. They're optimistic. They didn't have any flooding problems. They got plenty of energy. They want to help you. If you need food, my gosh, every one of the 6 campuses has commissaries. They've got perishable food, non-perishable food, baby food, bottled food. They've got cleaning items. They've got water. If you need it, we've got it at Second Baptist. We're here to serve the community. We're resilient, and it all goes back to one person's leadership, and that's the leadership of Dr. Edwin Young at Second Baptist Church. He is one of the most incredible. He's the most incredible leader I've ever known in my life, and I've known some wonderful, outstanding leaders. He's a forward thinker. He's always thinking ahead. When he sees an obstacle, he sees it as an opportunity. He overcomes it. He says, how can we use this opportunity to serve people? This is an opportunity for us to live out our Christian faith. Hey, guys, don't be weary in well-doing. Press ahead and get the job done. That's what it says in Galatians 6:9. That's kind of the Hotze version of it. But get the job done. Roll up your sleeves. Let's get going. Let's get things done. And that's what Dr. Young and the staff at Second Baptist have done. And you don't have to go to Second Baptist to get help. You can go to the Catholic Church. You can go to the Mormon Church, the Methodist Church, wherever. You may not go to church. But we're here to serve you and serve our community out of our Christian faith. And Dr. Young is going to come on the program, and we're going to visit with him in the second segment of this program. And you're going to be stunned by this man's optimism. And it's enthused our congregation, and we want to enthuse all of you out there. We're a can-do city, and we're going to overcome this, for crying out loud, in a bucket. We can get the job done, and I'm going to leave you with a question. They did an analysis on Wall Street about how long it would take Euston to bounce back from this so-called disaster. And I want the person that calls in, and our phone number is 713-212-5950. Whoever calls in first with the answer, the correct answer. How many years will it take Euston to recover? How long will it take Euston to recover? If you can give me the right answer, I'm going to give you a box of Hotze Power Pack. We'll send it to you.
Ooh, that's awesome. All right. And if you want more information on doing a 180 and taking charge of your health, you can also give us a call today at 281-698-8698. That's 281-698-8698. You are listening to Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. Please stay tuned.
Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution, your daily dose of radio reality.
Welcome back to Wellness Revolution. This is Stacey Banfield here with Dr. Stephen Hotze. And if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then know there is a natural way to address your health issues. You can give one of our friendly wellness consultants a call today at 281-698-8698. That's 281-698-8698. Please be sure to ask for your personal copy of Dr. Hotze's best-selling book, Hormones, Health, and Happiness. Here's Dr. Hotze.
Well, I want to listen. I'm going to bring.
She's trying to find something here for the audience. It's the theme from the Lone Ranger.
Theme from the Lone Ranger. William Tell Overture. And I'm using that to bring in the General, Dr. Edwin Young from Second Baptist Church, Senior Pastor. Dr. Young, thank you for joining us today.
Welcome.
Good afternoon. It's a privilege to be with both of you and on this broadcast.
Well, listen, I used the William Tell Overture because as I was thinking about bringing you on the air, at the last minute, I said, you know what song reminds me of Dr. Young? The Lone Ranger theme, the William Tell Overture. And that's why I played it, because it's the Lone Ranger always came to the rescue. And one thing, folks, about Dr. Ed Young, he is a leader. I call him General. And he's a leader, and when he sees an obstacle or a problem, he doesn't see it as an obstacle or problem. He sees it as an opportunity to live out his Christian faith and to lead the congregation in doing that. So, Dr. Young, I want to tell you what, after coming back from a very hard business trip this last week, finding out what you had done at Second Baptist, I was stunned, totally stunned. So tell us about Second Baptist, what you guys are doing over there to put the city back on its feet. And very frankly, I'm going to tell you folks, Second Baptist is taking the lead. We got 15,000 volunteers that are going to homes, that are giving people food and producing commissaries. We got everything to meet your needs. We're here to serve the community. And I want to thank you, Dr. Young, for providing that leadership. Tell me, how did this brainchild come about? When did you guys think this up?
Well, we've had here, as you know, Doctor, through the years, so many crises that have come through wind and rain and et cetera. So we were ready. We stay ready, and we're organized like that. People talk about, I don't like organized religion. Well, we've got organized Christianity. We're not religious, we're Christians. And so when this happened, we can immediately put 3,000 or 4,000 people in a form of organization that we can go out and touch this city. As you know, we've got 6 campuses. And what we've done, we have sent out the clarion call for people to come and minister to this hurting city. And literally, we're all over this city today. We have gone in today and cleaned out probably 1,300 or 1,400 homes today. We go in, take out carpet, etc. We train these crews. There are 10 persons to a crew. We've already had probably 5,000 or 6,000 people cleaning homes. And the truth is, we need 10,000 people, if not 15,000 people to do it. Because some homes, as you know, still have water in them.
Right.
And so we're waiting for that to subside. And so we just put together on all of our campuses, we have a miniature grocery store. We have all kinds of needs we're met. We be feeding about 62,000 people, our church, every day already now. They're coming in and picking up food. They're picking up groceries, basic essentials, because so many people have lost everything. And so we're trying to look at the have-nots. The haves are going to make it. The have-nots, when you lose everything, that's where the challenge comes. So we're there in these houses helping just literally hundreds and hundreds of people clean out all the stuff that they'll have to bring out of their home. By the way, as a health factor, Doctor, you'd be interested in this. You have maybe 30 days in which you have to deal and clean out your house and handle the mold, the sheetrocks, the flooring, or I can tell you the health factors, mold, etc., bacteria, you can't go back in your home. You might as well bulldozer it. So there's a short window here, and you'd be interested in this today. I have been calling companies and corporations, many of whom are in our church, CEOs, and I've called the CEO by name. And I have said, I want you to shut down your business for one day, send your people up here. We train them as to what they need to do in ministry, and we're just calling them out. And it's amazing how many people are showing up and how many companies love that. So we just need a lot of people. The demand, we're pretty close now to the calls that we need. So we're calling it the Houston Strong Challenge. And we got a whole, you probably saw it yesterday, Dr. Hotze, you were up here. We've got a whole line of people just answering the phone, meeting all kinds of needs. I mean, it's staggering as to what happened with this flood. And so we've got people out literally all over this town. We have those who are evaluating needs. We have those who are going in and meeting needs. They may be medical. They may be emotional. They may be physical. And so we're in the business of doing God's business. We're on the hands the Lord Jesus Christ has as your hands and mine. That's a little bit of what we're doing. You go to the website of our website, second.org, and we'll have 3 buttons there. One is a need. It tells you how you can express your need, and we'll be there as soon as we can.
But let me mention something. When you go to need assistance, you'll type in your name and your phone number and what your problems are. Yes. Someone will call you back within an hour, and they'll make arrangements for you to have somebody come out to your home, and we'll schedule people to come out to your home so you can be there and watch what everybody does and make sure you approve of it. But we're here to help you. So that's a key thing. You've got to go put in your information. Don't call the church. Go to the website, second.org, and type in your information, and you will get a phone call. What are the other 2 things on the website?
Well, the other thing is that you can volunteer, and that's what we need now. We need bodies. We need people who can come up here and help us unload these 18-wheelers that are coming in every hour. Literally, they're coming all over the country. We've got 2 that are coming in today from New Jersey. Somebody saw the need online. We had one that came in yesterday from Indiana. And just people all over the country are rallying around. I had a call from Hawaii today, of all places.
Wow.
And they were going to send some funds to help us. So what's happening, we're going to end up with 10 or 12,000 needs, and we don't have enough manpower to go into all these homes and to meet all those needs. So we're training people in all kinds of efforts, and this is a chance for the church to do what the church does.
That's exactly right. And as I was mentioning early in the first segment of the program, if everybody in Euston sat on their hands and waited for the government to come in and take care of you, it would be months and months and years before it'd get done, because they'd have to try to have committee meetings and organize and figure out where funds go. But guess what? The people of Euston, 95% of us who are dry can take care of the 5% who are wet and in trouble. And that's what Second Baptist is organized under the leadership of our general, Dr. Edwin Young. You have done it really. You've enthused the whole congregation and the city, and I know this, and I'm going to brag on you. The city of Euston came out to look at the operations that Second Baptist had, and they were stunned. They didn't know what to say. They didn't have anything like that in the city of Euston. They don't have volunteers. We've got Christian volunteers, people that want to serve. They're not getting paid to serve. They want to serve because they want to show the love of Christ to their neighbors. And that's what we do at Second Baptist, and we're led by Dr. Young. And I want to commend you, Dr. Young. You and Lee Maxey and David Dixon and Lisa Milne and the others that are leading this effort. And we don't have enough time to mention all the names of all the other leaders, but I know Dave Dixon is the head man in charge there of this operation, and he's done a sterling job. Kudos to him. Thank God for David. And he has this thing organized, and it's a major task. Imagine taking care of the whole city and assuming that responsibility. And that's what leaders do. Leaders assume responsibility. That's what makes them leaders. They don't ask what they can do. They go and see a need, and they say, we're going to take care of it. And that's what Dr. Young has done.
Well, we've got a limited amount of time to really do this as far as the cleaning of the houses, and then we're already planning to shift gears. And when we shift gears, we go in there and we try to help people who have nothing, had no flood insurance, and help them in getting rebuilt, getting furniture in there, how to help them buy. We'll help those that we can as long as that will be. Today, for example, Dr. Hotze, we're out in Acres Homes. As you know, we've adopted 5 schools out there, and they're not letting them back into schools. So we're in those schools today. You know, we've gone in there and painted and done so many things.
Doctor, can you hold? Let's go to a break. Can you come back right after the break?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll be back with Dr. Ed Young at Second Baptist Church. You're listening to
Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. Please stay tuned.
Oddstars. Now back to the Wellness Revolution. Here's your host, Dr. Stephen Hotze.
Thank you for tuning in to Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. I'm Stacey Banfield here with Dr. Stephen Hotze. And if you would want to do a 180 and take charge of your health, then give us a call today at 281-698-8698. It's 281. And here's the Lone Ranger coming in.
Hey, Stacy, you better watch him closely.
Oh, I know. I know. Thank you, Dr. Young. Thank you for those words of encouragement.
I bring Dr. Ed Young's theme song in. This guy goes to sleep listening to the William Tell Overture and gets up in the morning to the William Tell Overture. And everybody wonders why he's got all this energy. He thinks he's the Lone Ranger, and he's better than the Lone Ranger because he's not
I take vitamin C and magnesium is what I do, Doc. The Hotze pack.
That'll get you up in the morning, won't
it?
He'll
do it.
Hey, listen. Hey, but Doc, before we go on, I wanted to remind everybody, I asked a question. You didn't hear this early on, Dr. Young. They did Wall Street did a study, and I saw it published on the way back from this business trip I had been on with my brother. And we were reading this article on the airline coming back, and it was out of the New York Times, and they were talking about hurricanes, economics, and capitalism. And this was in the New York Times. And it said one thing about capitalist countries, when they get bombed by hurricanes and typhoons and all that, they bounce back. But a place like Bangladesh, when they've got their typhoons, it'll go in and 130,000 people will die in flooding. We had 46, which is sad. By the way, New Orleans had 3,000, so we came out good on that. But it's said that in countries, the prosperous countries where there's capitalism and they have good economy, they know how to handle things, and the countries that don't get wiped out by these things. So we're fortunate that we're not living in Bangladesh when this happened, or we all might be, pushing up lilies in the pond. So we're fortunate to be in Houston. And then the question it said in there, they did a study. How long will it take Houston to bounce back economically? I'm talking about the gross product to get back where it was. How long or how many years would it take? And I'm not going to have you answer it, Dr. Young. It may surprise you, but the phone number to call, because I'm going to give a power pack to anybody gets the answer right, 713-212-5950. Tell us how long you think it's going to take Houston to recover so we're back economically where we were a month ago. How long do you think it's going to take Houston? But I'm going to tell you whatever you think it is, it's a whole lot shorter because Dr. Ed Young, with his team of David Dixon and Lee Maxey and Lisa Milne and all the people at Second Baptist are helping get the city back on track and assuming responsibility, which means they're taking leadership. And I've said, I saw somebody made a comment, well, God, what do they say they're taking leadership? Because we are. We're assuming responsibility. The guys that were making the comments were out there providing the leadership. It's happening right here. And so, Dr. Young, you were talking to us about Acre Homes. What's going on down there?
Well, they're just inundated, and that's one of the least served areas medically, for example, in all of America, I think second or third. And we've been ministering down there with those people that have needs, and when something like this hits to those who have very little means to recover, that's where we are. That when people give money to our cause, so everybody's having all kind of fun, but the bottom line is, how are they spent? How are they used? And I can tell you, anything given to Houston Strong, Second Baptist Church, you can give it to the United Way. They have a separate account they set up that we'll use only for people in need, the have-nots. It will not be used for any kind of PR, any kind of salaries. Houston Strong, make the check out, Second Baptist Church, flood, and I can tell you we're giving accounting for every penny 10 years from now if you need it. And so we're going Acres Home and trying to help those people rebuild their lives, particularly those schools, because HISD has not given them nearly about what they need to have. So with our mentoring program there, as you know about, Doctor, we have hundreds of people who work in these 5 schools. We're about to pick up, I think, 3 more. And it's just a tremendous success for us with the churches that are there and with Second Family. And so we have a particular interest there. But in other areas, all over the city, we're just trying to be everything we can. We need people that will show up and go to work. And we've got plenty of things to do. And we've organized in such a way that we'll see what you can do, your giftedness. For example, Dr. Hotze, your wife when you were off on this erstwhile business trip, she was up there working her head off trying to get all the food together for all of our people.
Right.
And you know that for the last 3 or 4 days.
Right.
So we need that kind of commitment to come up here and help us to be a part. I've told people, years from now, they'll look back and they'll ask Stacy and they'll ask you and others, that big flood, what did you do? Well, I got my house, my people, and, I gave a little money. Now, what did you do? Grandmother, granddaddy, what did you do, brother, sister? And I want you to be able to stand up and say, I went out and helped and loved and ministered and touched and worked to those who did not have so they could recover. That's what God would have us to do.
Amen to that. And this is what, if you want to volunteer, what you need to do is go to the website, second.org, and there's a place for volunteer. Type in your name and your information. Somebody will call you. We'll tell you where. We got 6 campuses. We got one in in Katy out here off Fry Road. We have another one out on 1451 further out in Katy. Got one up there on 99 at 290. We got one up there in Kingwood. We got another one down in Pearland and another one, I don't know where else. But anyway, we got all these campuses, and wherever you're close to, you'll be sent to that campus, and they will give you can bring your buddies over. Why don't your buddies bring a couple of your buddies and say, we're going over to Second Baptist. We're going to throw in to help. We got through it. We didn't get flooded. Let's go help all these people today. Let's get this city cleaned up in no time flat. And how long do you think it's going to take Euston to get back on his feet? I guarantee you with Dr. Young's leadership, I'd say in no short order.
Do you want me to wade in on that? You didn't tell me.
Okay.
I think we're going to have the best year economically we've ever had. This flood is going to be. See, extremity is opportunity. I think there's going to be so many rebuilding projects. There's going to be so many new innovative things. I think as we begin to build the infrastructure of Houston and the southern part of Texas, we're about to go into a booming time economically because the jobs will be created, and we need to do these levees that their roads and their bridges. We need to get corporate people to say, I'll build that bridge, I'll take care of that sewer, I'll go over here and work on that dam, I'll expand that lake. So I think we're going into a explosive time of growth and reentrenchment, and we can build the model city and the model part of America in South Texas. We're going to have FEMA money that's coming in billions of dollars. The corporate people are going to step up and do it. And we the people, all of us, we can go and help these have-nots get back on their feet and love them and touch them and do what we can in an organized fashion. That's what we're doing, Doctor. We're funneling through and being accountable to everything we do. The health challenges here, by the way, are going to be quite staggering.
Right. We're going to help with that here at Hotze Health Wellness Center. Dr. Young, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your leadership, General.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Young, for everything you do.
God bless you.
Thank you for all that you people do. You've got a wonderful, wonderful way that people can live longer and happier and be stronger and have plenty of vigor for the Lord Jesus Christ. Proud of you guys.
Amen.
God
bless you.
Your family.
God bless you. And it's our mission here to help you achieve health and wellness naturally. So please stay tuned here at Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution.
Why walk amongst the living sick when you can join a wellness revolution? Here's Dr. Hotze.
Welcome back to Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. Home of the Lone Ranger. That's right. That is now Dr. Young's theme song, and perhaps our theme song as well. I do want to remind people briefly that we have podcasts, and so you can go to hotzepodcast.com. That's hotzepodcast.com, and so you can listen to our radio shows day or night, any time of the week. Very, very convenient. So please check that out. I know a lot of people are, and we do appreciate that. We are also on Facebook Live, so you can go to Facebook, type in Hotze Health, and you can watch all our antics live, not just listen to our craziness. You can watch that as well.
And let me also recommend that you go to our Facebook. Go to Hotze Health. And I did a video yesterday at Second Baptist Church. I did one on CRTX News, and I did one on Hotze Health. Pretty much the same. One was with Jared Woodfield, CRTX News Facebook page, and then one on Hotze Health. And we have so far had reached over 800,000 people. 450,000 have viewed our 2 videos. And the videos talk about how we can help you at Second Baptist. You can go to listen, if any of you out there is in distress, you're feeling glum and blue, your house is a wreck, you don't know what to do, you're down in the dumps, we are here to help you and show our Christian love and live out our faith. We're going to come and clean up your house. We'll give you food. We'll give you water. We'll do it whatever we can. We'll help strip out the sheetrock, help you get and put you back together. That's what we're committed to do at Second Baptist Church under the leadership of our general, Dr. Edwin Young, and he's been a great one. And so we're ready for you. So go to second.org. Tell your friends. You may be in good shape, but you got friends that have got problems. Their home may be flooded now. Tell them to go to second.org now. Put their names in and tell them when you anticipate the floodwaters are going to go down. We'll be there and help you get cleaned out. And you've got a window, as Dr. Young had said, of about 30 days. That water's in your house for over 30 days, friend, or you leave your stuff in there over 30 days and you don't clean it out, your house might as well be bulldozed. It's going to be full of mold and black mold and all that. It'll be a disaster. So get yourself organized. Go to the website, second.org, and type in your name and all the information. Type in what your needs are. Somebody will give you a call. When they call you, they will set up an appointment to come out and send a crew out to help you out when you need them. So we're here and available. And you may be just stranded, don't have any friends to come help you, no family, and you just feel all alone. We're here to serve you. Second.org. Now, and for those of you that are doing well, and that's 95% of you, go to second.org and volunteer. Go to one of the campuses and get out there and we've got it organized. We'll show you, we'll give you a brief 20-minute movie showing you what you need to do. We'll send you out with the tools, and you can go out and help these folks. And that's what we need to do. 95% of us can clean up the other 5% in no short order. Many hands makes work light.
Yes, and another way you can get this out to your friends and family, loved ones, neighbors, coworkers is just go to Hotze Health. You can find the video that Dr. Hotze filmed about second.org. Share it out with everybody that you know, and that's a quick way to get the information to everybody who needs it, needs to volunteer or needs the help.
And also, it takes money to put out all these supplies. Everybody's a volunteer. So the money that comes in is going to pay for the tools and the utensils and anything, any food and anything that has to be bought is going to go straight into the implements that the volunteers are going to. Nobody's getting paid to do this. This is all a volunteer effort. And basically, Dr. Young is shutting down his church and taking all his leaders and putting them on cleaning up Euston instead of just ministering to the flock at Second Baptist. We want to help everybody. Now, I mentioned to you, and surprisingly, nobody has dared even made a call in to say how long do you think it's going to take Euston back. Has anybody even called? 713-212-5950. Nobody's even.
Or they could guess on Facebook. I don't know if anybody.
But nobody's even guessed. How long do you think it's going to take?
They might be too busy volunteering.
I hope that's the case. By the way, if you want to give, you can go to the website second.org, and you can give to the effort. There's three buttons there: need assistance, volunteer, and donations. And all three are helpful. We'll be glad to help you and assist you. We need you to volunteer, and it'd be great for you to donate to Second Baptist to help them carry out this work. So I want to encourage you to do all three. And I do want to thank Dr. Edwin Young and his wonderful leadership team, Dr. David Dixon and Dr. Lee Maxey and Lisa Milne and all the others there, Tony Richmond and Angel Tejada and all the others, Tracy Thompson and all the others there. And they're literally they have over 1,000 on staff at Second Baptist, and all the people that are on staff are involved in organizing and implementing the hurricane relief here in Euston and providing the leadership. And I'm so proud to be a member there. It makes me just proud that I go to a church that, you know, it puts its rubber to the road, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. Get up and get going. And you heard Dr. Young say, in extremity, in adversity, there's always opportunities, and he sees this as being a great opportunity for Houston to have a wonderful economic boom as we rebuild, as we take things back. By the way, there were 1 million cars that were drowned. Not 1 million people, thank God, 1 million cars. Well, that's bad right now, but, you know, we got insurance, and guess what? You think they're going to be shipping cars into Houston from all over the country to sell them? If I could be in any business right now, I'd like to be in a car dealership. Those guys are going to do great and selling a lot of cars. A lot of you are going to be driving brand new cars. You realize that? That's one of the upsides. You've been wanting to get rid of that old clunker for a long time, and it finally drowned. Now you can go get yourself a brand new car that you've been wanting to get, and now you're forced to get it. And you're going to go out and get it, and you're going to be proud of that. You're going to say, you know, I thought it was sad when I lost the old clunker, but, boy, look at this beaut, man. I got this beautiful little Chevy here or this Ford, and I'm ready, rip-roaring, ready to go. So,
well, the upside is that, you know, we couldn't control the storm. Now that it's happened, there's a huge economic upside, and people should look at that as a big silver lining.
We now control our reaction to the storm, how we're going to react. We can be reactive or proactive, and we're going to be proactive. We're going to go out and rebuild our city, and it's going to be better than it was. A year from now, we're going to look back and say, man, what a magnificent difference. We had to have a flood to really flush everything out, get rid of the old clunkers, and clean out the closets. Think of all the people that have all those homes that have been, you know, hoarding stuff they've been meaning to get rid of for years, and now they're forced to get rid of it. They're going to have all new clothes, and everything's going to get put back in order, and we're going to start fresh. It's like spring. We're going to do some spring cleaning, and summer's going to be here, and it's going to be fine, and Houston's going to do great. Now, I ask you how long, and nobody's willing to give an answer. I did have an answer from one of my producers here. He said he thought, it'd take 25 years to bounce back.
Less than 5. He said 4.
And another said 4.
Oh, somebody else is guessing. What do we have here?
We have one guess. Who is it?
Yeah, someone said less than 5 years.
Less than 5. Well, less than a decade. Okay, yeah, right. Hey, well, as a matter of fact, the Wall Street experts analyzed Euston, and they said it will take Euston a total of 2 months. 2 months to bounce back and have the gross product of Euston, all the economy up and running in 2 months. Now, that doesn't mean all the houses are going to be fixed, but I guarantee the economy is going to be booming because people are going to be fixing up the houses. We're going to have work crews. There's plenty of work to do, folks, and people are going to get paid to do it. The economy is going to be robust, and it's going to be a great year for us. So I want you to understand that you need to acquire an ability to have resilience. You need resilience in your life, and that's the ability and the capacity to overcome obstacles and to turn lemons into lemonade. That's what you got to do. Be optimistic. Have a positive mental attitude. Pull up your sleeves. Get your elbows greasy. Get to work, and let's rebuild our city. Thanks for joining us today. And by the way, we need you to be healthy to do that. So call us here at Hotze Health Wellness Center. We'll be glad to get you on a path of health and wellness. Many of you wish you'd got on it before now. Then you could have survived the flood.
Is neither intended nor implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice and is not intended to replace the services of a physician, nor does it constitute a doctor-patient relationship. You should not use information from this radio program to diagnose or treat a health problem or disease without consulting with a qualified healthcare provider. If you have or suspect you have an urgent medical problem, promptly contact a professional healthcare provider or call 911. Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution radio program advises you to always seek the advice of a physician or other qualified health provider prior to starting any new treatment or with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Any application of the recommendations from this radio program is at